Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game he has been warning his players all week. They're in the top 25. They might have the most talent, but he understands this environment is insane. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football, and he understands they can disrupt play calling, communication at the line of scrimmage. He has been playing crowd noise all week in practice to make sure his players are prepared. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Mensah. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Just like we expected, this home crowd getting involved right from the start. Looking for a gap. It's Fletcher. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Complete to the right. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7. It'll be 3rd and long. Throwing, Mensah. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And the Canes have this offense rolling. Quick release by the QB. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
The Canes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Big-time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Here's Mensah to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. On the run, it's Fletcher. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He slides that just inside the right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
They'll start on the ground with Buck Bothwell. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the option. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out. At the 36.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Taylor wants to throw it. Got it. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Mensah. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Looking for a big play. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eyes on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Leaves it with the back. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Taylor wants to throw. Looking left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives them the ball at the 29-yard line.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Some misdirection with the counter. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Quick completion on the out. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively. You've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running the red zone, it's Fletcher. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll run it again. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Might be calling a hot route. Taylor wants to throw it. Pumps it downfield. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll give it to Fluff. Shows him the stiff arm.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Pulls it on the option. Got a little grass. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this offense runs the option. They didn't need the option. The quarterback does a great job understanding that what the defense is trying to do. He's got space. He takes it. Why pitch it when I don't have to? Makes the big, long, explosive touchdown play for this offense.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fletcher. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Canes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Fletcher. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Looking for room. It's Pringle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Never a doubt. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Running inside. It's Wilson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Taylor wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Escapes the pressure going right. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. So Miami signals for a timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Mensah. Grabbed over the middle, it's Fletcher. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards and then get your booty out of bounds.
Now on first down from the 43. Taylor wants to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Evans. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20, stopped at the 19 as they try to get a score on the board before the half. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
One more snap coming before halftime. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Makes the catch. It's West. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Here's Mensah to throw. Got a man. It's Vaughn. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Shakes off the defender. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the ground. He's got it again.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
So now it's 2nd and long. Mensah. The screen, and watch out. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Quickly complete. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Run inside. It's Fletcher. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jeff. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Give to the back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets away from one, finds room. Touchdown, Mississippi State. They take the lead with the 6. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Throwing, Mensah. Got a man, it's Fletcher. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They'll line up for a second down play. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Looking for room, it's Pringle.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The Hurricanes are marching down the field. Pulls and fires complete. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big play.
Could be an alley. Here comes the offense on second down. The give, running right, Brown. And tackled there by the defense. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Here's Mensah to throw. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got some room to run. The 30. Past the 20.
And that's one the quarterback would love to have back. At this point of the game, it's tight on the scoreboard, and if that guy's not open, nothing's there. You got to throw that thing away, or you got to tuck it and run, take a sack, live to play another down. That's a decision that quarterbacks wishes he had back.
Yeah, because you're so frustrated because you're in a position to get points. And, right, when you start getting down there, Palmer, they talk to you all the time. Don't give away points. Make sure you're smart with the football. Don't try to do too much. He tries to do too much. He pays for it, and the defense takes it all the way back to the end zone.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Mensah. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Finds a man on the right. Bounced off his feet. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Back open in the middle. Still running at the 40. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Finds the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Running inside, it's Brown. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on second and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the fourth quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Hurricanes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throwing, Mensah. That's caught. It's Fletcher. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
That's just a great job by the defense. Winning early in the drive to set up a third and long situation, and then they're just playing back. They're making sure they keep the football in front of them, they make the tackle, and they now set up fourth down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Mensah to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this knee didn't let him sniff that first down marker.
And listen, everything's 4-down territory at this point when you're trailing by this much late in the game. So it's okay you didn't get the first down there, but now the pressure's on to convert this. Otherwise, it's ball game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's got it way down the field. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Put 6 on the board.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. Mensah. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there, they didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Breaks the tackle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Taylor wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Evans. At midfield, he's got room. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Albatross. 139 Albatross. Shift.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
Motion from the wideout. Bluff Bothwell again. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Fluff. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. They'll send the back in motion. Taylor wants to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And that was an important kick here in the 4th quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this crowd trying to give its defense some energy in a clutch spot. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
So important keeping those new downs coming, getting that first down. We don't need to panic right now. We got a long way to go. He's still got plenty of time to accomplish it.
Snagged out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I'm loving the command of this quarterback right here. You can tell he's not worried. He knows his answers. 3 for 3 on the drive, moving the ball down the field, trying to put this offense in a position to get right back in this football game.
They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
A lot of times late in games, you see this by defenses. They're going to drop back, and they're going to take away all the deep stuff, trying to take away all the passing lanes. Nice job getting to your running back, letting him get positive yards, and then let's get up to the ball quickly.
Well, bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Throwing, Mensah. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Deep shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. Touchdown in the final minute. We're a 2-point conversion away from a tie.
Wow, unbelievable. This is crazy.
Well, it's a great job getting the touchdown. Obviously, now you've got to go for 2. You got to dial up your best 2-point play to try to tie this thing with only seconds to go.
What a big play here as they try to tie it up with the 2 in the waning moments. Here's Mensah to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll give it to Fluff. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Quarterback takes a knee.